Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com here in beautiful, what are we, in Camden? Can you put beautiful and Camden together? I don't think you can. But yeah, for all you people around the world, beautiful Camden. You should get here one day. But what we are doing, I put out a tweet a little while ago that I'd be coming down to this game, and we were allowed to bring in some extra shooters. So we have 6 shooters here that are readers of FroKnowsPhoto.com. You want to say hi, guys?
How you doing?
That's right, and it so happens that they're all Nikon guys. There was a Canon no, there was no Canon person that I denied. If you shot Canon, you could have come down here too. But what we're going to do here, we're shooting from the dugout, we're shooting from the stands. We have free reign to go wherever we want and do just about whatever we want. Maybe even run the bases in between innings in the wiener dog race or something. I may try to do that. So we're here, we're going to learn, we're going to have some videos during the game, teaching everybody, trying to give some feedback and tips for anticipating the play and whatnot. So stay tuned for all of that. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. All right. Thank you for coming down here, guys, and taking me up on that offer to come down to a field and shoot something that's better than Little League. At least we hope if it's better than Little League. So what I want to do when we're shooting today, instead of motor driving through everything, we're going to set it to single shooting. 1 frame. Click the button, 1 frame. Hold the button in, 1 frame. The reason we're going to do that is because it's going to help you anticipate what's going on out there and force you not to waste shots. Because when you're first starting out, you don't want to just motor drive through 35 pictures and then pick one good one. Because one, it's more work for you to do in that raw, editing more raw files, or it takes up more space. And it's another reason that those people that shoot JPEG say, I shoot too many pictures to want to edit them all. Well, don't shoot too many pictures and, start taking quality pictures over quantity. Quality is going to be much better, of course. So we're going to shoot from, we have the dugout area to shoot from at the end, which there's no net in front of, so we're going to have to watch out that you don't take one off the noggin. We have some other places to shoot in the stands. You can shoot wherever you want, obviously, just don't block anybody. But what's important is if you're in the stands, if you don't have a big lens, it's okay to photograph, look for the kids. This is something that a college teacher told me a long time ago when I was shooting music or shooting sports. It was, do something different than what everybody else is doing. Turn around and look behind you. There's kids on their dad's shoulders enjoying the game, and those are the shots that set you apart from everybody else. So doing that is just gonna set you apart because there's other things going on than just the actual game. That's what when I do music or for anything that you shoot, if you can get access that's different than everybody else, if you're the one guy out of 10 that's getting shots different than everybody else, obviously you're going to stand out because you're not just another snapshot shooter from the pit or from the dog show or whatever. Gizzy and the dog shows. We know Gizzy loves dog shows. So really we're going to start, I would think, in aperture priority and then try to tweak in manual from there because the light isn't going to change today too much. There's no clouds. So the only time you're going to want to slow down your shutter speed or tweak it is when you're shooting guys that aren't moving, like in the dugout or people up in the stands. You're going to want to correct for that. You don't want your shutter speed dropping too slow during the game because you want to try to freeze the action as much as possible when you're starting out. So do we have any quick questions? Anything? Bueller? Gizzy?
What's some of the, a basic baseball picture?
Basic baseball picture. The pitcher in his windup, he's like this, and he's like right here. I mean, that's why they motor drive, because they can motor drive through 9 pictures of a guy in his motion. But look for the peak of action. That's in sports, the peak of action is the main thing. Like the guy is at the top of his jump shot. He's frozen at the top of his arc when he's jumping. So you're getting him there. In baseball, swinging right here, getting the ball on the bat, that's what you're going for. If you can get the ball on the bat, that's going to make for a good picture. One thing that can happen, the bat could break. You could get the splintering going on when you're shooting, but that's the peak of action. You want to try to anticipate as much as possible. If you have a feel for the game, then you know where most things are going to happen. And in baseball, you never know where it's going to be hit. That's why a lot of guys do motor drives or do multiple cameras and just trigger them off. So, is that good? All right, so what was your question?
Which autofocus mode do you suggest?
All right, which autofocus mode do I suggest? Between continuous and single, or, well, for the action you want to be in continuous. I want to select my own focusing points, so I want you to do the same thing in yours. So if the batter is a right-handed batter and you're shooting from here and he's in the back of the box, leave yourself leading room for the ball to come in or for the ball to go out. You know what I'm saying? Get the catcher in there, but don't have him at the front of this frame. Have him near the back or the middle back so that you leave yourself enough room that you get it, that you can see the ball going or the ground ball or things like that. Also, you could shoot him vertically, which then you'd want to recompose your focusing point and focus on the face or the head. I mean, in baseball, when you're from a distance, the chest is going to be in focus as the face, because it's all going to be on the same plane. So it's okay to do vertical shots. It's harder when you shoot tighter, because we're going to try not to crop. As always, we're trying not to crop. Try to capture the composition. Ooh, I love the monkeys. Monkeys are good. But try to get the composition right in the camera. But vertical is good to try, because if you can fill the frame and you get them right here, and the ball's coming in and they're coming around, that's the best. You always, in sports, like in tennis, you want to get the ball in there. I mean, that's showing that you're doing something different than everybody else. But tracking them, running around the bases, you're going to track them going into second. If there's a steal that's going to happen, you can get ready to shoot